Okay, I love this next part. It was about setting boundaries and again, using that voice and breaking the silence. So, what do you say to people who feel guilty or afraid to set limits with people who raised them?
So challenging.
Mm,
So, one, I normalize it, I validate it, it makes sense that it's hard. And I think about especially having adult relationships with the people that cared for us and the people that are important to us. We need to take up space in that relationship.
mhm,
And so, if something is difficult for you, bothering you, when we don't speak up, some of the things that sometimes happens is that then we start building up resentment
mm,
or sometimes we're maybe a little passive aggressive, right? And we just bottle it all in, and eventually everybody has a limit, and how people maybe have their outbursts may look different. So my challenge to people is, what would it be like to have a little more space in that relationship and say, you know, when you did X, Y, and Z, I felt this insert feeling here,
mm.
and give an alternative. Next time I would appreciate if whatever the alternative may be. And what I like to tell people with boundaries is that people are likely going to have a reaction to it. That doesn't mean that you're wrong,
Yeah.
just means that they have their feelings, and that's okay. They're allowed to have their feelings, just like we're allowed to have our feelings, but that doesn't negate the fact that you need to assert yourself in that way. So, making sure we aren't making ourselves responsible for someone's reaction to our boundaries, and also practicing self validation.
Yeah.
You felt that way for a reason.
Yeah, that is so good and it's so important. And I feel like that was kind of part of my journey of finding that voice of letting that person know, like, I don't, I didn't appreciate that you did this to me, or I didn't appreciate that, like, every time we get around family, you bring up this story that wasn't true from when we were kids, and you're still like, carrying it on and carrying it on when that was not the truth that happened. Just little things like that that weigh on you. And so when you're able to voice that, that other person can like reflect on themselves and be like, "Oh, okay, maybe I need to chill out." So that's, yep, good stuff.